Oh, welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble, the Doster Novice, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Monday to give you. This is episode 4 of the Tag In. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly, honestly wouldn't be me. I thank you so much, each and every one of y'all who are watching the show. I just want to do a couple of updates. I promise you, we are building this as we drive it. I promise you, we build as we drive. Friday will no longer have a show as of right now. Friday will no longer have a show. I myself I think I'm burning myself out watching and then doing the shows. So I'm gonna do just like I do every other show. I'm gonna wait and then I'm going to do the show. Now, if you know anything about the Friday show will be on Saturday. I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna call it the non-titled Saturday show. How about that? Non-titled Saturday show. It will be, of course, the review of SmackDown, the review of AEW Dynamite. No, Rampage. I'm sorry, AEW Rampage. Also, you will get the top 10 who I think are the best wrestlers of the week. And of course, it's on the last day of the week. So, how about we do that anyway? It's going to be the non-titled Saturday show. That's what it's going to be called, the non-titled Saturday show. And of course, you'll get news on that day as well. Also, since I do news each and every day, I hate to sound like this, but we are going to scrap. We're going to scrap the Dirt Sheet Roundup. We do the Dirt Sheet Roundup every single day now. So the Dirt Sheet Roundup will be gone effective this week. Also, tomorrow will be the anniversary of your boy, D Nostradamus, doing this for 1 whole year. That is so creepy. I keep saying that. 1 whole year of Wrestle Cram and all of the craziness that we have changed, so many shows we have and so much stuff that we're doing. But yes, I will have a little thing that I'm going to talk about. It's going to be my random thoughts. The very last thing I talk about will be just the reflection of the anniversary of Wrestle Cram. Also, don't forget, I do have a Wrestle Cram group page on Facebook. It is not private. Anybody can join. It is called the Wrestle Cram Super Club. Wrestle Cram Super Club. Don't forget to go check that out as well, you guys. So let's talk about it. Of course, let's talk about it. First and foremost, we're going to talk about Bayley and the update on WWE. If she's leaving, she's not leaving. Also, is it a hiring freeze in the WWE? We do not know. You'll find out with me. Also, the tag in, of course, the Jim Cornette experience will be what we will talk about. And I think it's going to be something very interesting that I talk about with him. With you guys or whatnot. It's going to be about what we call move management. There's a lot of crazy stuff happened during the WrestleMania weekend with the indie shows and, of course, AEW and Ring of Honor. They have their show as well. So we're going to specifically talk about one particular match and move management. Also, my 2 cents or my random thoughts will be about the WWE Draft. Yes, we're going to talk about the draft a little bit in depth. And, get my little 2 cents or my random thoughts in that situation as well. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Once again, let's get into the show and whatnot. I just want to say this one thing. Cultaholic has said now, Veer Mahal is coming again. So apparently Veer Mahal will be back on the main roster. I don't have a lot about that. I just enjoy when they say Veer Mahan is coming. It is just the funniest thing in the world. I truly enjoyed Veer on NXT, not on the main roster. He was total trash on the main roster. Hopefully he brings Sanji with him. Hopefully, Jinder Mahal comes with them as well. and also the two young ladies that are with them, please bring them as well. Make a great faction. I think a faction would be great for all of these great Indian people. They are awesome. I do love Sanji. Sanji is a better face than he is a heel. Jinder Mahal brought out the heel in him. I enjoyed them times 12. I mean, that would be a really fun faction if you can make Jinder Mahal, which he has been on NXT, a great heel, dominant force to be reckoned with. I mean, if you looked at that Royal Rumble they had for the last spot for Wes Lee's title, it was really good. He was a dominant, I mean, just killing everything that came his way. I enjoyed it. I mean, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Veer Mahan is coming. Veer Mahan is coming. He enjoys coming, apparently. That's what he does. But anyway, let's talk about Bayley, of course. If you don't know anything what happened with this tweet, it's just a hot mess, I think, with, of course, Bayley and Damage Control. They did take the L against Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch. I think at night one. That was night one of the of WrestleMania 39. And also Bayley has been speculations and rumors or whatnot going on that that she may be parting ways with Damage Control. That's the way it's looking, because if you look at the situation, she was scrapped from that match where she is the manager or the leader of Damage Control and was not there for Damage Control to lose again to that was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on Monday. But we do get a report from Cultaholic, and it says the report states that whatever has been posted on social media by Bayley is just a work to drive interest, with there being very little feeling within WWE that she is on the way out of the company anytime. Nothing anytime soon. The future with Damage Control, with the Damage Control group, may well be up in the air, but she is still in WWE for the foreseeable future. I will say this as well. A lot of people put too much into the Twitter and whatnot, or too much into, Instagram, too much into all of that stuff. I love Twitter a lot. I do enjoy Instagram, but I'm more of a Twitter person. And I really didn't put a lot of that information. I really didn't put a lot of that into the where, oh my God, I think she's gonna leave. She's gonna leave. I truly thought she wasn't gonna leave. Now, did I thought it was an angle? No, I did not think it was an angle as well. Now, a question: do I think that Damage Control is pretty much done? Yes, I think Damage Control is done. I truly think Bayley needs to go her separate ways from Damage Control. I really like Dakota Kai. I really like Io Sky, but that the way they have been booked when they first came from SummerSlam into being strong, taking out one of the top heels, one of the top face people in the WWE with Becky Lynch, and just gradually going down the card. They went from that to instantly winning the tournament for the vacant women's tag titles that Naomi and Mercedes Moné went and just gave those belts up. So it sucks that Damage Control is no longer the force to be reckoned with, but I still see a lot, and I do mean a lot, of potential in all three participants. going their separate ways and trying to make it on their own. It's nothing wrong with that. I will say that now. I think just like that. I mean, eventually, just like we had the Shield, or NWO, or even D-Generation X, can you bring back Damage Control after so long? Of course you can. It happens numerous times. I mean, the only thing that didn't come back was Rated RKO, but we got one of the greatest matches of all time between Randy Orton and Edge. So, I mean, it can happen. I mean, I promise you, I think it can happen. And I wish all three people in Damage Control, who I once again think they are one of the best women's factions out there in history of any type of wrestling organization. I do wish all three of those women the best of luck. Hopefully we do not have them being, of course, released by the company. On from that to free agencies. Now, once again, it does feel like there is some type of freeze. I cannot, or nobody else can confirm nor deny that nobody came back to the company, unless you think Shane is one of the wrestlers that came back. Nobody believes that. If it is, I mean, he's out for a while because he blew all of his leg out. That was brutal at WrestleMania 39. But other than the hashtag fire Vince chants we had, or the Triple H looking sad, saying nothing is going on, nothing's going to change the movement. I think when Endeavor, the company which bought the WWE, or merging, we keep saying bought, but merging with the WWE, put Vince back in control, made a lot of people not happy. And a lot of people that, hey, whoa, pump the brakes a little bit. While coming back or trying to make a comeback with the WWE. If you don't know, Jay White did sign with AEW, of course, attacking Ricky Starks, which is going to make, to me, this storyline really, really good, hands down. I'm sorry. It looks like we're going to get our form of Bullet Club in the AEW universe there. And I can't wait to see what they do. And Ricky Starks needs to stay relevant. Ricky Starks did say that he wants to be the top babyface of AEW. And with a little bit of more help, keeping him relevant, keeping him on TV, I think that he truly can be the top babyface in AEW. But Fightful Select was informed before WrestleMania, before even night one of WrestleMania, that Jay White has announced that he was going to AEW. Apparently, both Triple H and William Regal were trying to get White over to the company, but they failed to communicate properly along the process. Jay White signed a multiple-year contract with the AEW brand, and if you don't, I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm just gonna go into where apparently they were not communicating with what was going on with a contract with Jay White, which is crazy to me because, once again, Jay White, who is a former IWGP World Champion, and also the leader of Bullet Club. He's, I think, the 5th leader of the Bullet Club. You're telling me that y'all could not keep ties with this gentleman? Like, this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. This is the craziest situation, and one of the best things that AEW has ever done. They got the number one, super number one free agent at that time to sign with AEW. Kota Ibushi, I want to see what they do with him as well. Still no talks about him as well. Apparently, Ibushi still wants to just have a part-time type of wrestling as though the WWE wants a full-time person. So, but he is comfortable with AEW. He is comfortable with the people there in AEW, and I truly think he doesn't want to stretch out to that type of a WWE schedule. One more group, apparently, that we do know. If you haven't watched AEW, I did do a review on that not too long ago, where FTR did win the tag titles, indicating that they will be with AEW. Now, we don't know the severity of the contracts, but they did have to win the titles in order for them to stay with the WWE. The reason why they have, Dax tweeted, says it's for personal reasons, and they can do more with the AEW schedule and contribute more to the wrestling brand. I, for one, think they are right. I think FTR should have stayed with AEW. I've continuously said that they should stay with AEW. The reason being fourth is that it's the writing on the wall, you guys. When CM Punk comes back, he's coming back as a heel, and he will have a faction. His number one and number two, his right and left hand, will be FTR. It is what it is. I don't know who else is going to be on that group. Hopefully, we get my boy, who CM Punk truly does like, Powerhouse Hobbs, should be in that group. I mean, the group will be I think it's going to be a large, like an NWO type of faction. And yes, CM Punk will get that title. He will be the one to probably take that title off of MJF when he eventually comes back. I am foreseeing a lot. I'm pre-booking stuff, and I shouldn't be doing that, but I do see CM Punk coming back in the near future. Once again, with I've been reading a lot about the situation in WWE, and I understand that they are in the process of a merger where they are going to be letting go people that have the same exact position in Endeavor or the UFC side of things. And on top of that, we are going to get some UFC people in prominent roles or prominent positions in the WWE. So I understand, kind of, sort of, that when you are merging, that money and cuts have to be taken care of. So I understand that hiring freeze would make sense, and that's why we didn't get a lot of people on the Raw or SmackDown after Mania. I am hearing that Shinsuke Nakamura is supposed to be coming pretty soon. I would like to see what they do with him. Maybe, hopefully, he will be the very first participant to lose to the Tribal Chief. How about that? But we never really got a really good storyline between Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns. In the comments, who do you think Roman should feud with on his very first title defense? Go ahead and put it in there. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Now we're going to do our tag-in segment. The tag-in will be, of course, the Jim Cornette Experience, of course, with Brian Last. And this will be about move management. A unnecessary spot. And when I tell you a unnecessary spot, happened in the Ring of Honor Supercard, where it was the Reach for the Sky ladder match for those vacated Ring of Honor tag titles. There was a spot with Dante Martin. I think it was Serpentico. They did a Canadian Destroyer off the table, on the outside onto a table, where Dante Martin literally shattered his leg. It is the most gruesome thing I've ever seen in life. It is very, very gruesome. I will tell anybody not to watch this. Please don't go watch this. But if you do, I guarantee you can watch it anywhere on the YouTubes or whatnot. So what we heard was from of course, Jim Cornette, who I really truly respect times 12. Jim calls it an aggressive tumbling, and Brian Last calls it a creative parkour, and in a careless spot. Brian Last also says that he did enjoy the match between El Vicino and Kenny Omega. A lot of people are saying that match was caliber of match of the year. I myself, I'm kind of leaning toward Jim Cornette with him saying that, it's a lot of flippity floppity, not a lot of substance in that match. I myself, I was not a big fan of that match due to the fact that it just seems like it was very bad when it came to the injuries. El Vicino did two moves that really creeped me the crap out. One was the one where he did the super spinny onto Kenny Omega off the chair. His neck landed on the side of the ring, which is, I've heard, the hardest part of there, and the reverse hurricanrana where he fell on his neck yet again. This stuff has to truly stop. Also, Jim Cornette did say, which I agree times 12, this was during this Super Card of Honor. No disrespect to Ring of Honor. I think Ring of Honor is a really great federation, but you're going against not only WrestleMania on Saturday, but you went against Stand and Deliver, which both got really good ratings. So you're telling me that you're putting all of your faith, all of this craziness on for people that's not even watching the product. Once again, no disrespect to Ring of Honor or AEW. It just seems like it was a waste of time. Yes, I'm a huge Dante Martin fan. You can go to my AEW, my old AEW stuff, where I did review both the Dynamites and the Rampages. You can see that I praise Dante Martin times 12. Aerial moves are fun. I do like aerial moves, but once again, there are times where you have to literally have move management. You have to learn that some of these spots that you're putting on, you are risking your career or your livelihood. I promise you. Jim Cornette also said that I'm happy that he broke his leg, because if you look at it, he almost broke his neck. And once again, we're thankful that he got the leg broken and not the neck. Dante Martin, Serpentico, that the Lucha Brothers, and the Martin Brothers, I think they are great participants. I think this. I mean, even the match itself, it was just really hard to digest. Just for me, I'm not gonna say I'm a traditional type of wrestler type person, because once again, one of my favorite people in AEW is Orange Cassidy, which Jim Cornette does not like any type of comedy wrestling. But when you do things that eyeballs are not even looking at, and they're looking at for the not good parts of it, which is really what happened. I mean, the Super Card of Honor, it should have been known for the Samoa Joe versus Briscoe. It should have been known for that, or it should have been for the main event, which was Eddie Kingston and Cesaro. Those should have been what we were talking about at the the weekend. But we got this video, which is a lot of people watching, of this disaster, and now we don't know how long Dante Martin is going to be out. But I promise you, I hope that everything works out for Dante. I'm sending nothing but positive energy that way. But this is another thing that Tony Khan is going to have to learn as a owner, as a booker, as one of the writers for both of his shows, that some of this stuff, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. Dante Martin is a solid mid Carter. Do I think he's going to be a headliner? No. Probably the top of the mid card. Probably the Intercontinental champion. But I do want him to, if he has children or if he's going to have children, to be able to pick up his son or his daughter after his retirement. And I truly think that Jim Cornette and Brian Last were literally going toward that situation where it's like, it sucks. It truly sucks. And I guarantee, Jim and Brian Last, I guarantee they don't want anybody to get hurt, especially off of nonsense and craziness that we saw. Don't forget Cultaholic. I love them. Also Jim Cornette, the Jim Cornette Experience. Don't go check those both out as well. Is there any other that I did news for? No, just Cultaholic today and Jim Cornette. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now let's get forward. Let's go to my 2 cents. Let's go to my random thoughts. And if you don't know anything or whatnot, I did not do, of course, unfortunately, I didn't do a recap of the SmackDown show. But Triple H did come out. He did, of course, he did the exact same thing. The exact same stick that he did on Monday Night Raw, but with a little twist. He did do an announcement for, of course, the Raw and SmackDown WWE Draft. I cannot wait. I have been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, and I truly think this is the way to go. I will hit some points or whatnot. Back. This will probably be a 15-minute segment. Hopefully not. But number one, the draft should be after each and every WrestleMania. After each and every WrestleMania, of course, we should do a rewind. Everybody that has beef with somebody should have ended at least after WrestleMania or the WrestleMania Backlash. Okay? Those two should be done. So either after WrestleMania, or you can do it right after WrestleMania and then have your Backlash or whatnot, and after that you go your separate ways. I enjoy this. I love this. This is something that I've been talking about for quite some time. Also, now, let's talk about the women's division. The women's division has been complete and utter crap. I am so happy that now we're going to reshuffle the deck. Reshuffle the deck with the women's division. You have the Tribal Chief, yes, on the SmackDown side. Yes, of course you do. But you can't just have the Tribal Chief on SmackDown. You need the women's division as well. The women's division on the SmackDown side has been disrespectful. I mean, it has been total and blatant disrespectful. It is time now to split every single woman down the middle and have new participants for now a year of Bianca Belair, who she has destroyed every woman in the Raw roster. Get her some new people over there, but also it is time. It is truly time for we are getting more than just one headliner in the SmackDown locker room. I mean, if you think about it, the only headliner I can think of over there is Raquel Rodriguez, who still has not gotten a win over any champion. Do I think Raquel needs to go to the Raw side? Yes. Do I think that Shotzi needs to go to the Raw side? Yes. Zion Lee, does she need to go to the Raw side? No. We need to keep her on the SmackDown side. We need to make sure that we have some type of participants on the SmackDown side to get some type of pop from now the new SmackDown Women's Champion in Rhea Ripley. I mean, we still don't have the beef between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. But and can I say this? Let's stop my Machi Sin for 1 second. We're gonna stop that for 1 second, okay? 1 second. 1 second, okay? 1 second. Why didn't Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey get that title shot, that tag title shot, after winning the women's that showcase? They literally tapped Liv Morgan out at the showcase at WrestleMania 39. Why were they the one to be the number one contenders for those titles? I just wanted to let y'all know that. I just wanted to throw that at you. I don't know who wrote Raw, but I guarantee it. I heard it was Vince, but this is a travesty. And I still lost behind even Damage Control being put into that match as well. They lost at WrestleMania as well. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Okay, but anyway, so let's go from the women's division. From the women's division, of course, now let's go into the Tribal Chief, the needle mover, God Mode himself. He has beaten everybody, and I do mean everybody on the SmackDown side. It is time for Bobby Lashley. It is time for Seth Rollins. It is time for Dolph Ziggler. It is time for the top card of the Raw roster to head to, of course, SmackDown, and vice versa. I mean, it's very interesting that we have Gunther, who is on SmackDown, who should probably be on Raw. And Gunther should be on Raw due to the fact of his dominance, his great matches, and him just having a dominant person over there on the Raw side on a consistent level. He has beaten everybody as well on the SmackDown side. It is time for him to move to the Raw side. Austin Theory to me needs to go to SmackDown. He is not the strongest of strongest champions. Eventually he will probably lose that title, hopefully pretty soon. Ricochet, keep him on SmackDown. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to kill myself because I did do a my 2 cents on why there should be just one world champion in the WWE. Now I'm going to kind of shoot myself in the foot with this one. It is time to merge those 2 belts into one and now put a champion on the Raw side. I truly think that Vince didn't know what he was going to come across when he did merge both titles and give them to the Tribal Chief. He has been champion for over 1,000 years, over 1,000 days, close to 1,000 days, and it's time to either take the whatever belt that Roman wants or whatnot, or merge those titles and bring bring like a world title back, something that can be sent their way. I don't know what it should happen, but there should be some type of world champion on TV. And I love Roman. I think Roman is, to me, is one of the greatest, not if, but the greatest champion of all time. But he is still a part-time champion. The next time we probably see Roman on doing any type of wrestling will probably be at SummerSlam. I mean, I don't see him doing anything else anytime soon. There isn't a huge match other than probably Money in the Bank that's coming up, but I don't see anything that should be there. Now, should there be a tournament on the Raw side to declare some type of champion? Of course there should be. Should it be Cody? No, it shouldn't be Cody. Should not be Cody. Shouldn't be Brock Lesnar. They have their own beef. Let them do their own feud over there. But it should be somebody that takes that title. Me thinking in my head, give it to if you put my suggestion, if you put Drew McIntyre over there on the Raw side, have him run with the champion, him being that he did a great job with, of course, being putting the entire company on his back to when the COVID era started. I would think that would be a smart move for them to do. I don't know. I mean, what, Bobby Lashley reforming probably a newer faction when it comes to the Hurt Business. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be, or even Finn. I mean, I would put Finn Balor, but I think Finn Balor isn't set to compete for a while due to the fact of the really horrible ladder busting his head open at WrestleMania 39. I don't know. I mean, just, in the comments, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about taking the belts off of course? I mean, well, making a new title for the Raw brand. I mean, it'll be a smart move. We'll find out, of course, on Monday. We'll find out today if we will get some type of new title for Raw. But, once again, long story short, I truly think that the draft is a great thing. It's going to work out for the women. It's going to work out for new participants for the Tribal Chief. And, of course, it's going to force their hand to, get another world champion in there on the Raw side. Don't forget, you guys, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I love y'all so much. What do you think about the tag in today? What do you think about, of course, Veer Mahan coming again? Also, Bayley. What do you think about Bayley? Do you think Bayley was telling the truth, or do you think it was all a work? Or what do you think about WWE, and do you think that it is a hiring freeze in the WWE? What about FTR? What about Jay White and Jim Cornette and Brian Lash? Do you agree that, and you agree with me as well, your boy Dino Stranavis, do you agree that Move Management should play an important role in wrestling today? Also, the draft. Do you think that is a great place to put the draft right after WrestleMania? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow will be the anniversary of Wrestle Cram. Don't forget, you guys, if you are watching and you have not came to the Wrestle Cram Super Club, my Facebook group, go ahead, get in there, have a great time. I enjoy posting on there. I do post every single day, and just like I said, you may have a debate with your boy D Nostradamus. It is not private. Anybody can join. Just don't be a dick. All right. I do have a lot of people in there that are administrators, and they will kick you out very, very quickly. So, but once again, don't be a dick. Be nice. Be good. Okay. I love y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time. Love, peace, and of course, wrestling.